So today I'm very excited because we're doing green. So if you're new here and you don't know, I'm working my way down the rainbow. The Sims 4 has these sorts we can filter by like styles, packs, or colors. We're filtering by color today, and the color is green. This is an ongoing series that I've had on my channel where we're just making our way down the rainbow, and it's super fun. So if you missed a couple episodes or this is their first one, feel free to check it out. I'll leave a card right here or a link in the description. So green. I was so excited about this because I knew like plants are green. So we're building like kind of like a cottage. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but I figured I want to add as many plants as possible. So we're in Hempford on Bagley today. I'm actually kind of surprised that that stone that I used is actually green because I would have considered it gray, but we take whatever wins we can get here, okay? So about this house, it is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath house. That little like green part off to the side, I think it was kind of like an add-on to the house, like it wasn't originally there. That's why it's like that. So since it's an add-on, there's actually a second front door going in from like that part, which is actually the kitchen, into the main part of the house. And I feel like maybe the kitchen was that front bit that is now a kid's bedroom. So yeah, this is actually a family house. There's an adult bedroom and a kid's bedroom. So like maybe there's like a main suite upstairs that has its own ensuite, and then there's the kids' bedroom right there in the front. And the kids' bedroom is honestly bigger, but it just doesn't have an ensuite, so... And it's downstairs, so if you have like a toddler, that's probably the best place for it. I did make it for an actual child. There's a couple toys in there, but like not a lot. I figured, they're like living off the land, yada yada, Hempford on Bagley. They probably don't need a lot of toys. Like, what is that thing where like they don't let their kids like play with like Elmo toys and like really loud toys? They have them play with like wooden blocks, something like that. You know what I mean? Oh, we're working on the kitchen. Here's what I do when I build stuff like this. I kind of just go through each room. Once I figure out the floor plan, I just go through each room and I just place down furniture so I have a general idea of how everything's going to be, but also knowing what furniture I'm going to use. Like here, I was in between two bits of furniture. I was in between that green chair and the brown chair. Eventually go with the brown chair, but like, I like to just figure these things out beforehand. And then with that window in the front, actually I changed like most of the front facing windows because that werewolf's window looks good. Oh my gosh. So this is a chimney that I do. I'll talk about it in a second. But it looks good from like the outside, but it doesn't look good from the inside. So I changed it up, and that front cottage living window. So this chimney I was actually so proud of because I really wanted a chimney to work, but I was like, how do I make this work with like everything? But I feel like this green chimney that's kind of plastered up actually kind of fits the vibes. It isn't like the best thing ever, but it's not the worst thing, if that makes sense. We're putting in a couple doors now. Yeah, you can definitely see that kid's bedroom is huge compared to the master suite upstairs, but here's what it is. I eventually actually pushed the fireplace back actually into the chimney. Not very realistic, but I just wanted a little bit more room. Actually, I had a little bit too much room in this house, so I decided that they're also cat people, so there's a lot of cat stuff. That little hallway going to the back door is the cat hallway. And then there's a couple more cat toys in the master suite. So I just figured, I don't know. Also, every time I play in Hempford on Bagley, there's always a bunch of stray cats. I don't know if that's just my game or if you guys see it in your game too, but just so many stray cats. Occasionally dogs, but definitely a cat place. It's weird because of all the foxes and everything, but it is what it is. Oh, you can see we pushed that fireplace back. We're working on this living room area. I kind of struggle with this space a lot. I'll be honest. I didn't know what to put on that end table next to the chair. At first I was like, oh my gosh, perfect place for a lamp. Then I was like, I just put a lamp right next to the table. That's not a smart move. At this point, oh yeah, I can see like occasionally I just throw stuff outside. That's something I'm like, oh yeah, I like this. I don't know where to put it yet. So I just throw it outside. I'll deal with it later. That's how my brain works. And oh, this upstairs little hallway part, you can see there's a lot of room in this upstairs hallway. I actually do put a desk with a computer. I actually use the cottage living computer. there that looks kind of like a typewriter, but it is an actual computer that actually works. I thought that fit the vibe so well for the little cottage that we're doing. I do one bookshelf up at the top, and I eventually move it so it isn't in place of the windows. Oh yeah, the windows, by the way. I think I cut out me doing most of the windows, but how I work when I build houses is I make the front facade look pretty good, then I work on the floor plan, and then the windows on the other three sides of the house are just wherever they fit that doesn't mess with my floor plan. If that makes sense. I don't like to build the whole thing and then put in the windows because then I get upset that I can't put a piece of furniture somewhere. If you look at this on the gallery, you see like the front and then like the corner of one of the sides. So I don't think the back matters that much as you won't be looking at it, especially because like you can barely look at the back of this lot. You can see me struggling to get a good angle back there. And once I put in all the plants, you'll probably never see the back of this house. So I don't care about how the back of the house really looks. I mean, it isn't bad. You can see how the windows looked. It wasn't bad. But also, my floor plan reigns supreme. We're putting in curtains now. I eventually moved, I moved that bookcase so it isn't clipping. We put in some dressers here, curtains here, more cat stuff. I'm trying to think about what else we do on the inside before we just move straight to the outside. And I think after this we're just gonna move to the outside. Okay, and here we are starting to work on this front patio. I put in a lot of plants. This is where I was really just starting to go crazy with the plants. So I put in a lot of stuff. I even put like we even have planter boxes. I didn't want to, go into the gallery and just grab plants. So I just put actual like plants in there. Which it's always a fun thing for me to do. I love doing that. But if you don't want like fake plants in your actual planter boxes, you can always just go to the gallery, find, fully grown plants and plop those in. We're working on like the outdoor layout, and here's how it's going to go. There's going to be like a little back area that right there, it's going to have like a little seating table. I guess that's where they have their picnics and stuff. And this middle area is going to be a pond. And then like the back kind of next to that flowering tree is going to be like a little planter area with like actual planters that I did not put fake plants in. We're putting those in now. See? Very cute. I feel like the werewolves aesthetic and this one kind of match kind of nicely because it's kind of like, oh yeah, they built this stuff themselves. And from Bagley, cottage living is kind of like, simple living, living out on the farm. We make things ourselves. So I think it's really nice that these aesthetics kind of work together. We're just working on that little pond. I eventually fixed, there we go. I was like, that terrain paint does not look good. We're actually in like 2,000 times speed now because it took me so long to do this. But I wanted it to look very nice. Like they really landscaped it very well, but it's not like, oh my gosh, perfect landscaping type of thing, right? I wanted a nice variety of colors and different kinds of plants. So it took me a minute. We eventually get rid of that monkey bar set, by the way. I wanted to fit it in, but then I eventually realized that I couldn't. And after we're done with this, I eventually go back in. First, I add like a little bit more detail to this area, but I also do the entire like around the house. So like all the sides and even the back. We landscape everything here. Landscaping queen. And I even do like around the fence and everything so it looks good on the gallery. That's my one goal whenever I do these builds. Make sure it looks good on the gallery. It doesn't have to like quite make sense in real life or like in the game. I just want it to look good on the gallery. I also do some landscaping like this on the side of the house, just adding a little bit more pizzazz. Make it look good on the gallery and make it look like less bland. Because I feel like if you have this many plants, you kind of want it to like go up. I wish that we had the trellises from the new high school pack. I was thinking about using romantic garden trellises, but then I was like, oh, it doesn't really fit my vibe. You know what I mean? So I just did plants everywhere. Lots of plants. That's me checking how it looks on the gallery. Gallery is very important to me in what I do. If you don't already follow me on the gallery, my gallery name is BunnieMay, just like my YouTube name. Go check me out. I post a lot of things in the gallery, even things that I don't actually put on YouTube, because I sometimes just like to build for myself. But all of my builds are really nice. And if you want to see more of my YouTube content, if you're liking this build and stuff, I will say this is my magnum opus. Like, this is the best one that we've done out of this challenge. You're going to be very disappointed if you look at the other ones. I mean, like, orange isn't that bad. Red was a disaster. And I haven't started on blue. I haven't even looked at the blue stuff, but I'm hoping blue is also going to be good. Don't know what kind of style I'm going to do. So if you're watching this and you have any suggestions about what style we should do for blue, leave a suggestion down below. If you ever have anything to say, leave a suggestion down below, honestly. I'll respond. I'll do whatever you want. Just leave a comment. That's how it looks in the end. Let's look at some screenshots. So this is the outside of the house. It looks so nice. Like, this is what you see on the gallery. This is a little side yard area. Looks so nice. This is the kitchen, the main living area, master bedroom, and the little hallway. So if you like this video, make sure you leave a like. If you want to see the rest of my rainbow builds, there's a playlist. And then at the top is a video that YouTube thinks that you'll like. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.